Okay, today we're going to look at dividing by sharing. Okay, so what we've been working on so far is multiplying and our times tables. So what we were doing was we were looking at two lots of, well, the sentence says 2 times 3, which is 2 lots of 3, or actually maybe we'll change it. We'll do 3 times 2 instead. So 3 lots of 2. So if I go into my shapes, and I get 3 lots of 2, and I put them all together like this, then I can see that I have 6, and I'll just check with a 6 shape, pop that over the top. Yep! So 3 lots of 2 is equal to 6. Now, when we multiply, we are repeatedly adding equal groups together. Okay, so that's what we're doing. We had 3 groups of 2 and we were added them on top of each other, right? What we're going to do today is we're going to look at dividing. And to divide is to share into equal groups. So we're going to be doing the opposite. We're going to take a number and we're going to share it into equal groups. So why don't we stick with 6 and 2 as our examples here. So I'm going to do 6 divided by 2. Okay, now this is the division symbol, okay, and it just means to share. So dividing is to share. So I'm going to start with 6 and I'm going to use counters this time. So I'm going to start with 6 counters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'm going to scoot them, oopsies. I'm going to scoot them over here. So I'm going to start with them, and I want to share them equally into 2 groups because I want to share into 2 groups. So I'm going to draw myself a little 2 circles. 1 circle here, 1 circle here. Okay, so I'm just going to share these equally. So I share 1 into this group, 1 into this group, and then I got to go back to the first circle, then this circle, then this circle, and this circle. And I've shared them equally because there are 1, 2, 3 in this circle and 1, 2, 3 in this circle. So if I share 6 equally into 2 groups, then the answer is 3, just like that. So 6 divided by 2 is 3. All right, let's try a different question. Let's do 10 divided by 2 equals, okay. So if we're going to do 10 divided by 2, then we're going to share 10 counters into 2 equal groups. So I need my 10 counters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and I'll pop them over here. And again, I'm just going to get my 2 equal groups. I'll do 2 circles, 1 group, 2 groups, and then I have to move 1 into each circle at a time. If I move all of them into this circle, then I won't have equal groups. So 1 here, then 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 1 here, and 1 here, and 1 here. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in this group, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in this group. Perfect. That means I have 2 equal groups, which means that 10 divided by 2 is 5, because there's 5 in each of my 2 groups, which is handy. We don't have to always divide by 2. We could divide into different numbers. You guys have been working on your 5 times table, so why don't we do 15 divided by 5 equals, okay? Now, this one's a little bit different because I have to share into 5 equal groups. So it's 15 shared into 5 equal groups. Okay, so this time I have 15 divided by 5, so I'm going to need 5 circles this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to share them equally. So I have to put 1 into each circle before I go back to the first one. So 3rd circle, 4th circle, 5th circle. Then I go back to the beginning. 1 here, 1 here, one here, one here, one here, and then back to the beginning again. One here, one here, one here, one here, and one here. And as you can see, I've got 3 in this circle, 3 in this one, 3 in this one, 3 in this one, 3 in this one, which means that I have equal groups, which is really important. They're all equal, and they each have 3, so my answer is 3. Okay, I'm going to give you some questions to try. So remember that what we're doing is we're taking the number that we start with and we're sharing it or dividing it into a certain number of groups, okay? So then you can draw out your circles, you can move counters, or you can move little bits of pasta or sweeties at home, or whatever it is that you have to help you work out how many go into each group. All right, have fun!